morning, Back to Basics. This is Dana, Miss Dangerous. I'm your blogger for today. So I'm traveling. It's a hotel room in New Jersey. Coming off the AC meet and greet. Had a wonderful time in Atlantic City this weekend. And I'll talk about that later maybe on my own channel. I know there was a lot of Back to Basics folks there. And we had a lot of fun. Did a lot of dancing. My voice is kind of because I think I'm catching a cold or something from travel. But anyway, so I'm here still on business and thus filming in my hotel room. Our topic this week is on the back to school thing still. And we asked whether or not we had kids in our own life. And if so, how has our own weight struggle changed, or what impact has it on kids that are in our life? So my children are grown. I have a 30-year-old stepson, and I have a 25-year-old daughter, natural daughter. And my daughter grew up living with us full time. Our son did not. I'll say that in some ways probably being overweight changed the way that I interacted with my kids. I tried not to, with my daughter, force her to clean her plate. I grew up with if it's on your plate, you have to eat it. And you have to try at least a spoonful of everything. So while I wanted her to try stuff, I did not, say you have to eat everything on your plate. Though her dad did, and so when I separated from him, she got a lot of that from him. And I remember her feeling, I feel bad because I can't eat these food. And I'm like, you don't have to feel bad. Unless you, purposely helped yourself to way too much and, it's a waste. But I tried really hard not to make her feel like she was wasting food and had to eat. I also do know, though, that I still rewarded with food. Yeah. And showed love with food. Yeah. And used to talk about, you're such a pretty girl. Now, I also said you're a smart girl, etc. else, but I did focus on looks. I still do. I'll talk about my granddaughters in a little bit. We still had probably more family activities that centered around food than activities and getting together and playing games or doing sports or things like that. My daughter does struggle somewhat with her own weight, but she not to the extent that I did yet. She's not as heavy as I was at 25, but she's definitely not real slender. I now also have two granddaughters, so I have a 6, almost 7-year-old granddaughter, and I have a 8-month-old granddaughter. And I watch my daughter, behaving with my granddaughter, and then, of course, the brand new one. And so I still see that, we try to do healthy food, and I do know that my daughter cooks a lot more vegetables and stuff, and I always work on having vegetables and encouraging our granddaughter to eat vegetables, and she likes some of them. But there's still junk food. And I like to cook with her, and sometimes we cook healthy stuff, and sometimes we cook cookies. I try to encourage her to, stop eating when she's full. And we, though, do a lot more activities than I ever did with my daughter. I think that with my daughter and my granddaughter and all the kids in my family, we talk a lot about, the value that you bring into behaviors and how you treat other people, whether they are fat, thin, tall, short, black, white, red, brown. So I do think my girls, I'm sorry there's no boy, and my boy, my son, stepson, were brought up with a sensitivity about other people, and about, not treating other people poorly because of their appearance. And I'm sure that I had some impact on that based on my own experience of being overweight. Um, that's it. I definitely see some patterns that probably I wish I'd be doing different with eating. And, it's funny because both my kids, I think, they were like, well, we're not going to feed our kids sweets. And then, comes in, it creeps in fast. Even if you don't have it in the house, it creeps in from other places. And we all like sweets. So, but I also do think that they probably do a better job than I did. And I work to try to give them a variety of other healthy foods too. And, like I said, to really think about how you behave to other people. And, actually, I'll throw in something else about verbalizing your feelings. My daughter did a good job with this, and I'm with my granddaughter, try to do the same thing, which is, let's talk about your feelings. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? And to try to, if you're angry, let's talk about your anger or express your anger. And I think that that's probably healthy, because sometimes if you're not expressing it, then, maybe you're bearing it with food. I don't know. Grandparenting is fun. We see them on a lot of fun, pleasurable times, and not the ins and outs of many of the day-to-day things. So I know that my granddaughter has seen me fat and is now seeing me thinner, and she is experiencing what it's like to have a grandma who's active, and we do active things together. And I'm proud that I do that with her now. So she's already back in school and has been for over a month. So, all right, she's in first grade, and I'm proud of her. All right, I love you guys. Talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.